Today we're going to make two different types of salt scrubs or sugar scrubs. It looks like a lot of ingredients here, but because there are so many different options, you don't really need all of this, but I'm just going to show you what I have anyway. So basically the key to making a salt scrub is a 2-to-1 ratio. So you can use a cup of salt or sugar or coffee, and then a half a cup of any kind of oil that you want. So you can use coconut oil, olive oil, sweet almond oil. So the first kind we're going to make today is the lavender, and you can use any essential oil, lavender essential oil that you have, or you can use a fragrance oil like this one, which is fine for soaps and lotions. You don't have to color the scrub, but I'm going to use this mica powder from Nurture Soap to make this scrub a little purple color. In a saucepan, add a half a cup of coconut oil. I'm adding 1/4 teaspoon of the mica powder. That's just to give it some fun coloring, but you know, you don't have to make it this colorful. And you can probably use food coloring. It melts down pretty quickly, so don't let it burn. As a matter of fact, you probably don't even need to melt the coconut oil, but I'm doing it because of the mica powder. In a separate bowl, add this is a cup of Epsom salt, but regular table salt works. And now we're going to pour the oil over the salt. We're going to stir this up. Now right now it has a coconut scent because of the coconut oil, but we're going to add some fragrance. And this is from Candle Science, and it's not an essential oil, but it does have a beautiful lavender scent. Since this is a fragrance oil, I'm going to add about 1/2 ounce, but if you're using essential oil, then you can use about 6 drops. I'm going to add a little almond oil, just for the benefits of the almond oil. Now add about 1 tablespoon of real lavender. Alright, let's pour it into a jar. That coconut oil will thicken up a bit. It's still a little warm. But adding a little bit of the sweet almond oil is going to keep the coconut oil from getting as hard as it usually is. I'm going to add just a little bit more of the Epsom salt, just to fill up the jar. So as you can see, this is really easy to make, and you could add all sorts of things like orange peel powder or any type of infused oil. Adding vitamin E oil is always a nice choice. This smells really good. Now let's make the coffee scrub. I'm using 1/2 cup of ground coffee. If you use the fine ground, it will be a little more gentle on the skin. Don't use these scrubs on your face, but they're great for elbows, hands, and feet. 1/2 cup of, well, this is raw sugar, but you can use brown sugar or regular sugar, and 1/2 cup of coconut oil or any oil of your choice. We're going to stir this together. See, it's harder when it's not melted, but it'll work. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla and stir this around. Now this already smells pretty strong like coffee, but I'm going to add 1/2 ounce of the fresh coffee fragrance oil from Candle Science. It's thick because I didn't melt the oil, and just put it in the container. Another option with this one is you can also add cocoa, but it'll make it a lot darker on your skin when you're scrubbing it, but that's okay because you can just wash it off. Both of these scrubs are really good because they are very exfoliating. They smell great, and they'll help you get rid of all of that pesky dry skin. And the nice thing about making your own scrubs is they're not as expensive. Very calming. The Epsom salts are great for relaxing the muscles. And then when you're doing the coffee, it's great for waking you up. Just be careful because the oil can make your tub slippery. Any of the floating particles can be washed down the drain. I use them once or twice a week, but you can use them as often as you like to keep your skin soft. Thanks for watching.